we want to discuss an interesting topic for the further industrialization of additive manufacturing. It's about collaboration and interdisciplinary collaboration. When I think back 2-3 years, I feel that the openness on the hardware manufacturers has developed in a good direction. What I often heard is, let's make together the cake bigger. Yeah, that we all benefit from that. Question to my guests, do you also see this from your internal view, that you opened up a bit, or is it just my assumption that something has changed? You know.
We need something like a democratization of IP to work together and to innovate freely. This would accelerate extremely. This would help. And the second thing is sharing of knowledge, empirical data. And the third is connectivity.
I think we all, and you touched in this direction, we all need to be more open. Because I mean, we can all try to get a small cake if we run separately, but if we are open and have clear interfaces, maybe all the certain standards together, then we can of course much bigger and much faster grow the AM market. If you look on the material companies, I can give you one relatively concrete case. We all, and now I need to look to you also, we develop the machines and we develop the processes. And then of course we, or at least from your side, we of course try then to sell our materials. Yeah, but of course there's a lot of companies like Oerlikon and others, who sell also materials. I wish here to have there an open communication and also discussion. For instance, if we use in our system now a third-party powder, and let's say we take just the mainstream materials like the superalloys and steel powders, then is always the question, does this somehow influence our process? Does this somehow influence the health and safety aspect? Yeah? And this comes a bit probably from the direction we are not sure, what is the specification of the different powder manufacturer, also to our supply chain, and maybe there is no risk, but we don't know. So we would need to at least define a kind of standard or kind of spec that also customers with our technology can use another material from, for instance, Oerlikon, and then having also the insurance that there is no risk or there is no disadvantage. And I think we necessarily don't need to do it for any material, because if you have a customized powder, this is maybe more related then for the entire industrial solution we work on. But if you talk for the superalloys or these mainstream materials, it would be a big help for our customers, and we all probably could benefit out of it.
I honestly wasn't aware of that's the same situation with the gases. So where do the requirements come from?
I guess if we would dig inside each machine manufacturer, it would be tricky to find the person that came with this number. There is an overall agreement that a very pure gas is needed, but then there is differences between the machine manufacturers, which is okay. We can deal with it. We can adapt. But as a small example, it could be a quick win to just align on one number. I can give an example because this topic, gas quality, we studied for a specific alloy together with EOS, and I think interesting is that we are going to publish the results. So we are not keeping it for ourselves. We are going to publish them through a white paper and showing that for this specific alloy with a EOS machine and the parameters from EOS, there is an area where the process is perfectly safe with this level of impurities. And then we show that, of course, if you would get out of this level, then you would not achieve the final quality part that is promised by EOS. And what I liked in this cooperation was basically the openness and the transparency, knowing that we would publish the results via a white paper and not keeping them for ourselves.
When we think about interdisciplinary collaboration, what are your experiences when you work with universities? Have you examples where universities also think in this interdisciplinary approach, or are they more focused on the individual faculties or however they are structured.
Maybe I can give an example of a very interesting project we just started with multiple universities in the field of sustainability. So the universities, I think they are quite creative, and especially in the field of interdisciplinary cooperation. In this project we deal with the recycling of titanium chips. So we all know in the field of aerospace we still have conventional manufacturing. Up to 90% of the part is based on chips, and these are then molten and rods are generated in order to atomize them. Mm-hmm. And we use this recycled powder then to print parts, finish machine it and generate chips again. And this way we are working together with the various disciplines, material scientists, and measuring technology, and sustainability engineers. So I think this is quite an interesting idea which the university came up with. So I think, they are thinking big.
I would say sustainability, or we call it responsible manufacturing, is really, really big at EOS. So there also our CEO, Mori Langer, is very much behind this topic, and we work on a lot of programs. One thing, what we all know is this German fund program for the automotive, the 35C, which is also related to sustainability and gives the ability for customers to invest in the technology if they fulfill certain criteria for this.
Sustainability is a fantastic topic, and I'm amazed about the dynamic that we see, especially lately. We have an impact as a gas company. We need energy to produce the gas, and we are in the process to move from conventional process to green energy to produce the gases. And we see that actually, especially in the additive manufacturing industry, many of our customers are asking for these green gases.
I wonder your interactions with the topic of hydrogen and additive manufacturing. Anything you can share on this?
Many years ago we had a common project together with Linde in Sweden and a customer, and interesting was for me, what is the contribution of a gas, at that point I was for me a gas, on an additive process entirely. And I think this is also a good example for myself, how to educate here the customers, that they understand what this could mean for their application and for their company. So also here is an education topic. But it has shown me also that there's a lot of potential now by working and collaborating together with Linde, because entirely we can really then grow certain customers. And even if you have now the chance to get a green gas, that is even better, because this is anyhow what the customers are day out and day in requesting from you. So I think for me, my wish is to work much closer together on the customer, on solutions with customers or with partners like Linde on the gas flow, but this is again a good example for collaboration.
What is the most exciting part of that when you reflect all your experiences in these interdisciplinary collaborations?
It's a good question. I think it's just about opening a little bit the door, accepting that you don't know everything about everything, and realizing that by partnering, you will learn so much, and your project will actually develop faster because you share a certain know-how with your partners. So for me, it's a proven way to go faster.
I think I can emphasize on that. Of course, speed is one point, and the second thing is, as soon as we opened up and took the first step with our partners regarding our different components of the machine, we got reflected. The same thing happened with our partners as well, and they started opening up regarding the hurdles and issues they actually have with providing a solution, a component, and we were learning together, improved together, and got a solution which helped both of us building better machine quality at this point. And I think I would wish all of us the same experience with our collaborations in the future. So for me, it's openness and trust.
I would say we need to make a bold move. It's a bold move to be open to trust, as you said, and I think the experience what we made, and we know we had a time where we had not made this bold move, you know, but I think now the bold move shows us if we are open, the others become open. We do not necessarily to hide everything, so it's okay to give insights also to the partners or to collaboration partners, of course in a certain frame.
I guess that it's a very, very good statement. It's a team approach, and I would like to thank all of the participants for the fruitful and interesting discussion. Looking forward to continue that at the AMTC soon.